I'm Mark.
And I'm Josh.
And this is Alter Ego Comics TV for the week of August 17th, 2016. We are coming to you from Alter Ego Comics in Lima, Ohio. We work in the comic store, we read a bunch of comics, and then we come to you first thing Wednesday morning. Now you don't see this until Thursday, but we want to let you know what we thought were the best comics of the week. So, we will start things off with my pick of the week, Civil War II, The Fallen, number 1 of 1. Also known as a one-shot. On the cover, you see the Hulk, of course. So the Fallen refers to Bruce Banner, a.k.a. the Hulk, who was taken out by Clint Barton, a.k.a. Hawkeye, at Bruce Banner's request, as he was about to possibly Hulk out and maybe kill a bunch of people, according to the Inhuman Ulysses. So this is the funeral. This is the reading of the will. This is assembling all of those that were closest to Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and seeing what impact this has on them. This was a very emotional issue for me as a longtime Marvel fan. This is why it's my pick of the week. There's a lot of great stuff this week, but for me, this had the most weight to it because of my history of reading Marvel comics. So if you're a longtime Marvel fan, you absolutely want to pick this up. And if you're even just reading Civil War II and you don't necessarily know all the people that are in this comic, I think you'll still enjoy it. And it may I can't talk. It may encourage you to check out some works from the past, including Planet Hulk by Greg Pak, who also wrote this issue. Mark Bagley was the penciler, by the way, and does an excellent job. The other thing you may want to check out is Hulk Volume 1, which is the introduction of the Red Hulk, which is referred to in this issue as well. So I think that this does a great job of kind of wrapping up the Hulk story over the last, what would you say, 7 years, 8 years?
Probably more than
that.
It goes back to the beginning of Pak's run, which was 6 or 7 years long, and it's been over for a couple of years.
But this made me want to go back and read Planet Hulk. I haven't read it in a long time.
Well, Planet Hulk was contemporaneous with Civil War, which was 2007, so 9-10 years.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Fallen is a must-buy.
My pick of the week this week is Briggs Land, number 1 from Dark Horse, written by Brian Wood with art by Mac Chatter. Mac Chatter.
Mac Chatter.
I like it. Respect Matt Chatter. Mac Chatter. This is the story of a family of crazy white supremacist Aryan nation build a compound in the woods and have our own country type people. But specifically, it's the story of what happens when after this... what's the word I want? Secessionists? They're not really seceding, but they do say that they're not part of the United States, so I guess they're sort of secessionists. Build their own compound, and it lasts for 30 years or more. Let's see, if I'm in the mid-80s, so 30 years and change. And the father, the patriarch, the sort of head man, is in prison, and his wife has been going back and forth and carrying his messages to allow him to continue running the organization from prison. And this is the story of what happens when she decides to stop. So basically at the beginning of the issue, she tells him, this is the last time I'm coming to see you. You're not in charge of the family anymore. I am. And it's really, really compelling. If you like any kind of crime shows where the people aren't necessarily good, but they're interesting and intriguing characters, you get each of her sons kind of reacts to the news differently. Some are on her side, some are taking her father's side. So she's fighting both still sort of the government, and they're being tracked by the CIA or the NSA or somebody. And but she's also infighting within the organization with her father, with her husband fighting back. It's just really, really compelling Godfather, Sopranos style, bad people do awesome things drama.
Yeah, I would say Josh didn't mention anything by name, but if you're a fan of Sons of Anarchy or those new shows, I think it's called The Kingdom with what's her face, the blonde. I can see her. She was in Ocean's 13.
And there's also one called Animal something.
Yeah, there's like Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. It's not Animal Kingdom,
but it's they look very similar.
The TNT one is I see previews all the time for
at
the
show.
Movies,
yeah.
But that's right up the alley here. Good dramatic storytelling. A couple weeks ago, we had DC... Now, let me go back a step here. A couple weeks ago, we had Suicide Squad Rebirth number 1. This week, we get the first issue of the ongoing series. So Suicide Squad number 1 is out this week, written by Rob Williams. Here's the big tipping point. Artwork by Jim Lee, believe it or not.
It's a good thing you waited to say that because I would have done a spit take.
Yeah.
Then all the comics would be wet.
There is also a backup story because Jim Lee can only pencil a certain number of pages in a calendar month. But it's fine with me because the artwork's by Jason Fabok, who did Justice League with Jeff Johns. So two great artists, also written by, both stories are written by Rob Williams. So, as you may know from our movie review, all of us here at Team Alter Ego, or Alter Ego HQ, whatever we call this play, I call it Alter Ego HQ, really enjoyed Suicide Squad. We didn't really understand the negativity associated with it. The critics who are comparing it to bombs like Fantastic Four and Green Lantern, we liked it, and from what I gather, most of you liked it as well. This is very much that team. In fact, it's all of the characters that you see in the movie.
Minus Diablo.
Oh, minus Diablo. And
the guy that gets killed immediately.
Yeah, but and sidebar here, I saw something on Facebook yesterday that they think that he's in Wonder Woman, that there's a picture of a Native American who looks a lot like, what's that guy's name? Snapchat? Whiplash? I don't know.
Slipknot?
Slipknot, I think is his name. So they say that he's in Wonder Woman and may actually be in Justice League. So.
Would it be his predecessor?
I don't know.
I mean, Wonder Woman set during World War I, right?
Right. Who knows? Could just be rumor mongering. Also, back to our review here. Just really great stuff. They actually have to go into space at one point in this, and hilarity ensues with Captain Boomerang and Killer Croc. The backup story is kind of a Deadshot origin, and it I think it does a better job of telling that scene in the movie where Batman captures Deadshot, and you get a different version of that in Suicide Squad #1, and I actually enjoyed it more than the scene in the movie. Still very good, though. So Suicide Squad was a comic I could have given 2 flips about prior to seeing the movie, but now that I've seen the movie and read the previous Rebirth story, I'm all in. I'm really enjoying it. I think the characters are very compelling, and that's why the series continues to stick around.
Next up from me, from Boom, we've got Backstagers, written by James Tynion IV, who you may remember from like all of the Bat books and The Woods.
Yes?
The Woods. There's too many one-ish items. The trees, the woods, the X. Written right by Rian C.
Right?
Rian?
You said right? Oh,
right.
Art. Did you say Art?
Art, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever I said, that's what it is. This is the story of an all-boys school and the drama club at an all-boys school. We follow a kid whose mom works a lot. He's new to town, and she doesn't want him off on his own all the time, so she wants him to join an after-school activity. He starts with drama club and finds out drama club's full of tools, which is accurate. I can attest to that. And decides instead to go into the world of the stage crew, the Backstagers. And at that point, it becomes a whimsical Doctor Who, Hogwarts-type magical thing. The backstage area is bigger than it appears, and there's attacks by weird creatures, and there's rooms that move around when you're not paying attention. And it's just really fun, high school bonding, wacky, magical hijinks. I enjoyed it. It's Lumberjanes for boys, essentially. Or Lumberjanes where the main cast is boys, at least. But lots of fun.
It's a fair assessment. Next up for me, just 3 reminders or 3 things just to tell you about. Batman #5 is out this week, and it's so good. This Tom King is doing a bang-up job. A very worthy successor to Scott Snyder on Batman. Nobody knew what this guy was going to do with the characters. I think there was a lot of skepticism out there. But this introductory Batman arc has been excellent and continues to be excellent. So pick up Batman #5 this week. And it's laying the groundwork for, I think, some interesting storytelling in the future. Superman continues to be one of my favorite launches of the DC Rebirth line. Issue #5 is out this week and continues the Superman family, Clark's family's battle with the Eradicator, who is holding the souls of Krypton within himself. We get to see that Batman has a Batcave other than in Gotham, and someone ends up in a Batman mech suit that you may not have predicted. So good stuff. And finally, Nightwing #3 is out this week. Really, I guess shouldn't be surprised, but Tim Seeley is an excellent writer. I really enjoyed his original creation, Hack Slash, but a lot of his mainstream work just didn't work for me. Nightwing is the exception. Nightwing has been excellent from the get-go. This issue we get Nightwing, Batgirl, and Raptor entering a house of mazes to try and steal blueprints to the Parliament of Owls HQ, or where all of their locations are, something like that. And again, doesn't go exactly as you might think it will. These three are among the best of the DC Universe Rebirth.
Absolutely. Also starting out in Rebirth this week, we've got Supergirl Rebirth #1, written by Tony Orlando, drawn by Dawn. Art by Steve Orlando. Writing by Steve Orlando. Art by Emmanuel Lupacino. And this, if you saw that Supergirl TV show, this is it. They are. They're not retconning anything, but they're definitely very consciously making choices similar to the TV show. There are some special government agents that are tasked to watch over her and act as her parents, whose last name is Danvers, and she takes on a secret identity. And so if you like the Supergirl TV show, this is a great place to jump in. It acknowledges everything that happened in the New 52, but you don't need to follow the New 52 Supergirl stuff slavishly. So that's out there for you. Also, in the Girls That Kick Butt category, we've got Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. Women Who Kick Butt. Co-written by the Bensons, Julie and Shauna, and art by Claire Rowe. And this is picks up right from where the Rebirth issue left off, with Babs and Dinah working together, currently at odds with the Huntress, trying to hunt down someone who's stolen information about the Oracle identity, and it's good. The interplay from the characters is good. The personalities are pretty much dead on. It's lots of fun.
Finally out this week is the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles miniseries, out in hardcover, written by James Tynion IV, who we just spoke about on Backstagers. Artwork by Freddie Williams II. So many of you got this miniseries, it blew my mind. When we ordered the issues, we thought we ordered a good amount, and we sold out, I think, in the first week when issue #1 came out.
And we sold out of the reprints.
Yes, it continued to grow and sell. The numbers actually went up, which is unheard of.
Especially for a mini.
For a mini-series. For a comic series in general, you almost never see numbers go up after issue #1.
During this series, at least 2 of the, was it 6 issues or 5?
I think it was 5.
2 issues of this, it was outselling the Scott Snyder Batman.
6 issues.
Yeah,
which is insane. So whether you're a Batman fan or a Turtles fan, if you happen to be a fan of both, you absolutely want to pick this up if you didn't get it in single issues. Even if you did, to have a nice hardcover that you can put on your bookshelf.
Yeah, and it's a good price for a hardcover.
Yeah, good price. It includes all the... it has a nice cover gallery in the back, because there were so many different covers with the reprints and the variants. Yeah. So again, Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is out. They have greenlit a sequel, so there will be another story coming down the road featuring Batman and the TMNT. That's it for this week, I think. You got anything else?
No.
All right. Well, as always, we appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this week's episode, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. And make sure to hit the subscribe button so you're kept in the loop on all of our new videos, including a new series that Josh started last week called Bazaar of the Bazaar. Is that how you say it?
Bazaar of the Bizarre.
Where Josh talks about his favorite tabletop and RPGs of the week, and gives an excellent game demo. Actually, I enjoyed the demo so much that I bought the game he demoed and played with my family last weekend. So keep your eyes open for that. And if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.